Hello, this is Christina and welcome to Canva with Christina. Today I'm going to walk you guys through how to do a casket panel insert, and they're actually pretty simple once you know the size. So we're going to start by putting in our custom size into Canva. So we're going to hit custom size and we're going to do 31.5 by 14.5, and that is just the basic casket panel insert size. It should fit most of the casket panels, and it should also fit when you're going to print. If you're like printing at Walgreens or anything like that, it'll show up. It'll be the exact size for that as well. So what I like to do is go ahead and get all of my text out of the way. So I'm going to start by doing the name first. I'm just going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to now add the date. So I'm going to literally just duplicate the first box, the second box, third box, because I'm going to add a short poem. You can change the font later. This is kind of just so that I can see where everything is going to be positioned, because I haven't actually did this particular one before. I'm literally just winging it for the video for y'all. So bear with the design skills on this one. So I'm going to, as you see, duplicate it again, and we're going to use the magic text for this, and I'm simply just going to type in poem about a lost loved one or a loved one that's passed away, and just let it create something. I'm just not going to waste a lot of time trying to figure out exactly, Googling it something. And this one is quite long, so what I'm actually just going to do is I'm going to highlight and copy just 2 paragraphs of it. I'm not going to take the whole thing. So if you're doing just mock-ups, this is good. You don't have to go searching for a poem. You can just create, something simple, spur of the moment. So now I'm just simply just resizing this so that it can fit. And I haven't really decided the spacing yet, but now that I got the poem, I can kind of see where I want it to go. So right now I'm going to line it up all together. You can see the lines, the guidelines that are showing me exactly the center. So next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can find a person, because once I find the person, now I can start with the design portion. So I'm just going to type in, I'm just looking through to see if I see one, somebody picture I could use, but I didn't have one. So I'm just going to go to elements, type in African American woman, and see what that gives us. All right. So you want a picture that will look good. A lot of these are business. So I'm going to go with this one, because this is kind of puts you in mind of like a nice picture of someone that they would have, carefree picture. So it, puts them in a nice light. And I like the color red. I like that red, so I feel like that'll stand out. So I went ahead, I removed the background on the picture, and I'm going to go to my apps. And if you go into your apps, we're going to go to the app where it's going to blend. So we're going to go to image blend. You're going to hit image blend, and you're going to rotate the dot. And as you can see, I like this little off the side one too. I was thinking about that, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it basic. So we're going to go ahead and blend that blend her into the background. And also when you do this, they actually make a copy of the blended image, and you can locate that in your upload section. So if you go to your upload section after you use the blend tool, they will put a copy of it in your uploaded files, which works if you're making, like, say, an obituary or a fan or something to go with. You already got the picture already pre-blend. You could just go ahead and add it. So next, I'm going to go with some red roses, since she has on red. Well, it's not showing anything I'm liking. Well, it's because I didn't spell roses correct. So let's redo this and see if we can find a rose that would go. I like the petals, not too much. So we're going to add the petals, and then I'm going to readjust. And this is the reason why I like to go ahead and have my text done. That way I can kind of play around with everything else to see how it goes. So I'm going to go through here and see if I can find a rose that's going to match the aesthetic of what I already got going on. And what I like to do a lot of times is just put the rose or the image on there, play around with it, see if it like gives you the right vibe. Does it match with what you're doing? Like I like this rose, but I'm really not feeling that green leaf. So I'm going to try to rotate it and see if that makes it any better. And like I said, I just like to play around with it. So I got this one, but I'm really just not satisfied with it. So let's go. We're going to try a few more different options to see just what we can do with the different graphics that we have. So yeah, as you see, I'm just literally just clicking through different roses, rotating them, making them large, making them smaller. And that's just to see what actually goes with what you already have on your screen. Because I really liked it, the dropping rose petals. So I'm definitely trying to go with something that is going to match with the dropping rose petals. So we're going to try this one. And this one does have the green in it, but it still looks better. So I'm just going to go for this one. I went ahead and duplicated it, and we're going to put that up in the top corner. And then we're going to enlarge this one and rotate it and leave this in the bottom corner. And I like the little buds kind of hanging out, the pre-roses. And now we're going to select all of our text, and I'm going to move it over so it'll fit right in that blank space. I'm going to hit position and center. That way all of my text is centered on each other. So I literally just hit position after I selected all of those, and then I hit center. All right, and we're going to move the rose petals back. So now that we've got the basis of our casket panel, we're now going to play around with text. And I'm just going to make her name cursive just to give it a little bit more flair, since everything was pretty much, all the text is going to be just basic, nothing special. So I want her name to stand out. So I did the cursive for her name. And then I'm going to hit effects, and I'm going to go with the shadow effect, and then I'm going to change the color. And that's fine. You could actually just leave it there, but I'm going to play around with the transparency, the blur, and the direction, just to kind of give it maybe like a more little like glow effect versus such a hard drop text shadow effect. I'm going to resize the date of birth and the date of death. And I'm just really just playing around with the text at this point right now. You could make the text bigger if you want to. You can switch the alignment of it. I'm just going to stick with this one right here. And so I'm going to duplicate this and show you how easy it is. I'm going to duplicate the file. And now I'm simply going to show you how quick and easy it is to create another one once you have your basis for it. So I literally just went to shapes. And instead of doing it this way, because I was just kind of playing around with it, I didn't know which direction I was going. You could have simply have just turned the background to, red and not had to do all of the extra stuff that was done. So that's all that I'm using. I'm simply just doing it that way. Like I said, you can do it a lot of different ways. You could just make the background. Like I said, make the background red, and you don't have to do all of the extra. But I just wanted to show you a quick and easy way to change the casket panel to something else, and it doesn't take much. So I just went with the red background. I'm literally just scrolling through. I was like, white would look good since everything is red. And I seen the pearls. I'm gonna drop the pearls, change the size, and rotate them. And then I'm gonna, let's see, this looks nice. So we're gonna rotate, make this smaller to fit. And that's all I was just trying to show you. It just doesn't take much to change these casket panels into something different. It's really just, it's that simple. You literally can just remove all of your elements and flip some things around and you got it. So I hope this helps someone. If you have any additional questions, please let us know. And for the ones who said that they want the graduation one next, I will start working on a graduation video for you guys. And then after that will be the wedding. So thank you guys very much. And thank you for choosing Canva with Christina. We'll see you next time.